The life and legacy of Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, 356 to 323 BC, was one of history's most famous military leaders and empire builders. Born in the ancient kingdom of Macedon in Pella, Alexander ascended to the throne at just 20 years old after the assassination of his father, King Philip II of Macedon. His life was defined by extraordinary conquests, charismatic leadership, and the lasting impact he had on the world. Alexander was born in 356 BC to Philip II and Queen Olympias, a princess of Epirus. He was tutored by Aristotle, one of the greatest philosophers of the ancient world. Under Aristotle, Alexander was taught a wide array of subjects, including philosophy, science, politics, and ethics, which deeply influenced his intellectual development and strategic thinking. When his father was assassinated in 336 BC, Alexander became king of Macedon. At the time, the Macedonian kingdom was already a dominant power in Greece, thanks to Philip's conquests and political reforms. However, many Greek states hoped to break free from Macedonian rule. Alexander quickly proved himself to be a capable and ruthless ruler by suppressing rebellions and executing potential rivals, securing his hold on power. One of Alexander's primary ambitions was to conquer the Achaemenid Persian Empire, the largest and most powerful empire of the time. In 334 BC, he launched his invasion of Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey, marking the start of his legendary campaigns. 1. Battle of Granicus, 334 BC. Alexander's first major victory against the Persians, which opened Asia Minor to his army. 2. Battle of Issus, 333 BC. Here, he defeated the Persian king Darius III in a decisive battle, gaining control of Syria and Egypt. 3. Siege of Tyre, 332 BC. This siege lasted for months but ended with Alexander capturing the seemingly impregnable city of Tyre. 4. Conquest of Egypt, 332 to 331 BC. Alexander was welcomed as a liberator in Egypt, and he founded the city of Alexandria, which would become one of the most important cultural and intellectual centers of the ancient world. 5. Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC. This was the final, crushing defeat of Darius III, after which Alexander became the king of Persia. After securing Persia, Alexander set his sights on further conquests, moving into Central Asia and then India. His campaigns in Bactria, modern-day Afghanistan, and Sobia were grueling, marked by harsh conditions and fierce local resistance. Nonetheless, Alexander established Macedonian control over vast stretches of Central Asia. In 326 BC, he crossed the Indus River and fought the famous Battle of the Hydaspes against King Porus. Though victorious, his army, exhausted by years of campaigning and faced with the unknown lands beyond the river, refused to march further into India. This marked the easternmost extent of Alexander's conquests. In 323 BC, after returning to Babylon, Alexander fell ill and died at the age of 32. His sudden death led to widespread speculation about the cause, ranging from natural illness to poisoning, though no definitive cause has been determined. Alexander's empire, which stretched from Greece to India, quickly fractured after his death, as his generals, known as the Diadochi, fought for control over different regions. His empire was divided into several Hellenistic kingdoms, including the Ptolemaic kingdom in Egypt, the Seleucid Empire, and Macedon itself. Legacy. Alexander the Great's legacy is profound. Hellenization. His conquests spread Greek culture, language, and ideas across the known world, a process known as Hellenization. This led to the development of the Hellenistic period, a time of great cultural and scientific advancements, blending Greek, Persian, Egyptian, and Indian influences. Alexandria. Many cities named after Alexander were founded, with Alexandria in Egypt becoming the most famous, flourishing as a hub of learning and culture. Military tactics. Alexander is regarded as one of the greatest military minds in history. His tactics, particularly his use of the phalanx and cavalry, were studied and emulated for centuries. Myth and legend. Over the centuries, Alexander became a legendary figure, often portrayed as a larger-than-life hero in various cultural traditions, from Greek to Persian to Islamic. Alexander the Great remains a symbol of ambition, brilliance, and the pursuit of glory. His empire, though short-lived, changed the course of world history.